What if I told you there is one simple thing YouTubers just like you are using right now to skyrocket their course sales on complete autopilot? No complicated strategies, no endless to-do lists, just one proven system that's working behind the scenes to bring in sales all year round. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what it is and how to use it so that you can maximize your online course sales once and for all. But before I do, let me know if this sounds familiar. You're sitting at your desk, coffee in hand, as your YouTube analytics dashboard lights up. The numbers are everything you hope for. Subscribers growing daily, views solid, engagement better than ever. You've worked years for this moment, and today feels like it should be one of those I made it moments, but it isn't. You switch tabs to your Stripe or PayPal, ready to see the payoff for all that effort. You pause, letting yourself imagine it. Notifications pinging, your hard work paying off, your dream finally coming to life. Instead, you're met with a blank screen. You refresh, thinking it must be a glitch. It isn't. A few sales here and there, but it's nowhere near what it should be. Nowhere near what you deserve. A familiar feeling creeps in. Frustration, confusion, a sense of defeat that no one talks about. Because on paper, you've done everything right. The content, the launches, the promos. You've shown up for your audience over and over. They love your free content, so why aren't they buying? Frustration sets in, then doubt. You try to shake it off, but the thoughts creep in anyway. What am I missing? Am I just not cut out for this? You're not alone. The silent struggle has a name. It's called the engagement plateau effect. The engagement plateau effect isn't about bad content or a weak course. It's what happens when your audience gets stuck as viewers. They're engaged, loyal, and supportive, but never cross the invisible gap to becoming buyers. You felt it before, the moment when it seems like your audience has hit a ceiling. They're watching, but they're not buying. And no matter how much content you create, how many times you promote your course, the results just don't match your effort. But here's the part no one talks about. The engagement plateau effect isn't your fault, and it's not your audience's fault. It's something else entirely. A force that's keeping you and thousands of creators like you stuck in a cycle of growth that doesn't translate into revenue. The good news? There is a way out. What is it, and why are so many creators blind to the solution? As we explore the engagement plateau effect, you'll discover the strategies successful YouTubers use to convert viewers into buyers. In this short presentation, I'll share a backdoor secret that top YouTubers use to turn their audience into loyal customers. Like one of my clients, a wellness YouTube channel who wakes up to a new purchase notification of $2,000 each and every morning, even while spending her evenings with her family instead of glued to her computer. We'll talk about the most powerful and effective way to create consistent course sales and predictable income, like an educational YouTube language channel whose course tripled after they stopped relying on constant promotions and instead let a simple system handle everything for them. What I'm going to do here is help you turn your YouTube channel into a reliable income stream, where every video you create doesn't just get views, it drives sales. Imagine sipping your coffee as Stripe or PayPal notifications pour in, knowing your course is selling all day, every day, without you having to constantly promote it. Plus, I'm gonna share the one thing you absolutely must avoid if you wanna stop yourself from stalling after a launch, like the business mentor who was stuck with plateauing sales until he discovered why his audience wasn't taking action. In fact, forget about creating more videos. in hope of driving sales. Forget about trying to scale by launching course after course. Forget about hoping YouTube ad revenue will save the day, because this is an entirely new way to monetize your audience. It's working right now for creators who felt stuck, frustrated, and unsure that their hard work wasn't paying off. And today you see exactly what they discovered. This presentation has been called a breakthrough by creators who've struggled with the same issues you're facing right now. So you need to watch this while it's still available, and I'll share why I'm gonna remove this presentation from the internet very soon. Because the strategies inside are usually reserved for creators who've already cracked the code. Those who gained an audience of 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, even millions of subscribers. Because here's the real problem when it comes to monetizing your YouTube channel. The advice out there doesn't actually help you make sales. Post more, stay consistent, improve your production quality, promote your course in your YouTube videos more. You've heard it all before, and none of it delivers the results you're after. Then one day you stumble on something different, something that makes everything click. The good news, today is the day. Today you'll finally understand why your audience isn't buying and exactly how to change that. By watching this presentation all the way to the end, you can finally wake up to new emails that say new purchase 500, new purchase 1000, new purchase 2000, knowing your courses are selling while you're enjoying a lazy morning or catching up with your family. You'll finally feel the relief of knowing your business is running itself, so you can take weekends off without worrying that your income or your YouTube ad revenue will take a hit. Watch your audience go from casually engaging with your videos to thanking you in emails and comments saying, "Your course changed my life. It was worth every penny." Finally, you'll break free from the stress of YouTube's algorithm changes, building a predictable revenue stream that doesn't vanish when your views dip. And that's just the start. Watching this presentation today won't just give you results, it will bring back something even more valuable: hope. Because hope is essential when it feels like you've hit a wall. I truly believe this will completely change how you approach your YouTube business, because it's nothing like the cookie cutter advice you've seen before. I can virtually guarantee it. Before we go any further, I want to level with you. What I'm about to review is totally unique. It's surprisingly simple. This works for creators of all niches, even if you've tried and failed with other approaches. But first, we have to talk about the rough patch. My story might make you laugh, but it will hit home. Because I've been working with YouTubers and content creators for the last 8 years. During those years, I've built marketing campaigns for over 50 online courses in very different niches. I know exactly how you feel: frustrated, exhausted, and unsure of how to turn your audience into buyers. You'll see why endless launches and overproducing content will let you down, and why what I discovered is night and day different. If you're ready to make your YouTube channel a reliable source of income and create a stress-free business, keep watching. You owe this to yourself. Now, let me share something that you must hear. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was 7 years ago, and I was working with one of the biggest YouTubers in his niche. To say this guy was successful would be an understatement. He had 3 channels, each with a massive following, over 5 million subscribers combined. His videos consistently got hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of views. He was the kind of creator most YouTubers aspire to be. Big brands line up for collaborations. His audience adored him. His name was synonymous with his niche. But beneath all the success and the shiny metrics, there was a crack. A crack he didn't want to admit to anyone, not even himself. His course. On paper, his course was the perfect fit for his audience. It covered everything they needed to know to achieve their goals. He had spent months crafting it, pouring his expertise into every lesson. It was polished, professional, and frankly, brilliant. When he launched it, he expected millions in sales, a lot of happy customers, and of course, the financial success that matched years of hard work. But it didn't happen. His first launch barely scraped 100 sales. I'll never forget the day he called me after the launch. His voice was damaged, like someone trying to hold it together but barely managing. "I don't get it," he said. "Why isn't this working? People love my content, they trust me. What am I doing wrong?" He sounded lost, and I felt it too. But the worst moment came a few months later. He had decided to try again with a bigger promo push. He spent weeks teasing the course to his audience, carefully crafting the promo videos, working late at night to make sure everything was perfect. He even hired a professional video crew and a copywriter to tighten up his messaging. This time he told me it would work, and I could feel the pressure in every word he said. Finally, launch day arrived. I remember him calling me the morning of the launch, full of nervous excitement. He said, "The promo video is live, views are already coming, comments are going like crazy. I think this actually might work." He called me again, but this time his voice was drained and empty. "You're not going to believe this," he said. "Guess how many sales I've made?" I hesitated. "How many?" "5. Just 5. For a YouTuber with a millions of subscribers, it was devastating. I could hear the exhaustion in his voice as he said, "Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe people just don't wanna buy from me." I stayed silent for a moment, letting his words sink in. And then he said something I'll never forget. "Maybe I've been lying to myself this whole time. Maybe I'm just a fraud." That hit me like a punch to the gut. This wasn't just about the course anymore. It was about his identity, his confidence, his belief in himself. The next time I saw him on a video call, I could see the toll it had taken. He looked tired, like he hadn't slept in days. He was overstressed. He even stopped publishing content. Then I wondered. The views were there. The engagement was there. But the sales column was painfully empty. "I don't get it," he said again, staring at the report like it held some kind of a hidden answer. "Why do they love my free content but don't buy my course?" That moment was a turning point, because as I sat there with him, staring at the numbers, I realized something important. It wasn't his content, it wasn't his course, and it wasn't his audience. It was something else, something I've come to call the engagement plateau effect. The engagement plateau effect is what happens when creators build an audience that loves their free content but never crosses the invisible gap to becoming paying customers. It's not because the audience doesn't want to buy, it's because the creator hasn't bridged the gap. And for this YouTuber, it was the invisible force holding him back. That realization changed everything for him and for me, because I made a decision that day. I would figure out how to break through the engagement plateau effect. Not just for him, but for every YouTuber struggling with the same problem. I started testing strategies, learning from every mistake, refining the process until I find something that worked. And the results, he went from barely scraping 100 sales to consistently selling thousands of courses every month. The stress melted away, his confidence came back, and for the first time his revenue finally matched the size of his audience. That's why I keep his course promo screenshot on my phone to this day. It's my lucky screenshot. A reminder of the moment I realized even the most successful creators can get stuck, and that there is always a way out. What I discovered back then completely changed the game for him, and now I'm here to share what I learned with you. That challenging experience helped me find a blueprint for YouTubers with online courses, one that works for just about anyone who gives it a fair shot. And in this presentation today, you'll see exactly how it can work for you. Please remember that despite the success, I'm helping creators turn their YouTube channels into predictable revenue machines. When it comes to feeling like you're leaving money on the table, I'm absolutely no different than you. I've been there, staring at analytics that look great on paper, subscribers growing, views climbing, but wondering why the sales aren't reflecting all that effort. I just had some lucky but painful breaks that pushed me to uncover a roadmap for turning YouTube success into something sustainable and scalable. A system that allows creators just like you sell courses consistently year round without exhausting yourself during launches. This approach helps you build trust so deeply that your audience sees your course as the solution they're waiting for. Scale your course sales without endless hours of content creation or spending a fortune on ads. I'm also going to help you escape the anxiety of solely relying on YouTube traffic, knowing your income won't disappear with the next algorithm change. You'll also be able to create a legacy, something your audience recommends even years from now, making your course a respected name in your niche, and so much more. This presentation was made to help spread the word and give you the same value my clients pay thousands for. And right now, watching this is still free, but only for a little longer. If you want to go further and get there faster, we can do that too. I'll share the specific with you in just a moment. First, let me show you how this works and why it's different from anything you've tried before. I feel I must warn you about the real problem you face today. The hidden enemy is the unseen force holding you back. The real reason behind why your course sales aren't matching the size of your audience. The real reason you're constantly creating more content, juggling promotions, and still feeling like you're leaving money on the table. It's called the engagement plateau effect. Some experts in the YouTube world are starting to notice it, but if you haven't heard about it, let me just say this. This may be the reason you've watched your views climb, your subscriber count grow, and yet your course sales stay frustratingly low. It's why you've poured hours into creating value only to see your promo posts get ignored or engagement trickle down to nothing. I'll tell you more about the engagement plateau effect in just a moment. First, let's talk about one of the biggest mistaken beliefs keeping creators trapped in this cycle. A lot of people believe the key to turning subscribers into buyers is just to keep growing your audience. They think if I hit 200,000 subscribers instead of 100,000, the sales will come naturally. They think if they hit 1 million or 2 million subscribers, sales will come. However, this is a lie. Did you know that channels with even millions of subscribers can face the same problem? They build an audience that loves their free content, but when it's time to buy, the audience freezes. Here's the truth. Subscribers don't automatically turn into buyers. Views don't guarantee sales, and more content doesn't mean more income. Many YouTubers have been unknowingly deceived by this idea for years. They've been given very bad advice like post more videos to boost engagement, launch more courses for variety, promote your courses more aggressively, but those strategies aren't the solutions, they're distractions, and they're keeping creators like you from turning your hard work into predictable income. In reality, most YouTubers end up feeling stuck. They're frustrated wondering why their audience isn't buying. They're anxious knowing their entire income depends on the next algorithm update, and they're overwhelmed trying to juggle YouTube, marketing, and life, while their revenue doesn't reflect the value they bring. This isn't what I want for you. So please don't blame yourself. I see the same mistaken beliefs myself. I've been working with YouTubers for the last 7-8 years. I see content creators that just worked harder, posted more, created more, promoted more, and they thought it would all fall into one place. They thought it would all work, but instead they stayed stuck, feeling victim to the same invisible force keeping so many creators trapped, the engagement plateau effect. So what is it? The engagement plateau effect is what happens when your audience loves your free content but doesn't cross the invisible gap of becoming buyers. They watch, they comment, they share, but when it comes to purchasing, something stops them. It's caused by a mix of hidden issues. Your audience feels stuck in a cycle of consuming free content. Your offers don't feel urgent or aligned with what they truly need, or there is a gap in trust, one you don't even realize exists. Over time, this leads to fewer and fewer sales, even though your channel looks successful on the surface. And this is exactly why you're stuck creating more and more content, trying harder and harder, while the revenue still doesn't match the effort. I believe addressing the engagement plateau effect is the key to breaking free. It's the only way to finally experience the success you've been working so hard for. But how do you get started? Let's dive into some things you can do right now to bridge the gap and start seeing your audience go from viewers to buyers. Are you tired of constantly chasing the next subscriber, the next big trend, just to keep the income stable? Imagine this instead. You wake up, the morning sun peeking through the curtains, you reach your phone, and there it is. Another sale notification and then another. Each one reads new purchase $4.97. That's not just a good morning, that's a great morning. Here's the stark reality you might be facing now. You've got over 50,000 or even 1 million subscribers, a live course that's seen some sales, but deep down you feel the pinch. It's like there is a leak in your wallet where your potential earnings keep slipping through. You're left asking, why aren't more of my followers converting? Is it something I'm doing or not doing? Let's clear the air with some myths you might have encountered. YouTube alone is enough. Sure, it's got the traffic, but it's like building your house on someone else's land. What happens when everything changes with the next algorithm update? Just make more content. This is like hoping to strike oil by randomly drilling in your backyard. It's not strategic nor sustainable. Some people might say create more courses. More isn't always better. Without the right system to sell them, they're just digital dust collectors. Some people might say rely on sponsorships. These are as predictable as the weather. Today it's sunny, tomorrow it could be storming, and your revenue is blown away. Let me introduce you to a game changer, something I call the evergreen revenue flow. This is your ultimate partnership where I set up a complete hands-off system to consistently sell your course. Completely done for you. Imagine not having to worry about optimizing offers, building funnels, or running ad campaigns. I handle everything marketing related. Your audience will see your course everywhere they look, and purchases will happen as if by magic. First thing first, stop relying on those false solutions. They can kill your niche. Relying only on YouTube is risky with ever-changing algorithms, and simply creating more content without a strategy is inefficient. Also, making way too many courses without improving what already works can spread your resources thin, and relying solely on ad revenue or sponsorship is risky. Creating a course after course while running a busy YouTube channel can dilute your focus and resources, potentially degrading content quality and just making your audience mad. Additionally, without a clear strategy to sell and market the courses, the financial risk and potential for low audience interest can lead to significant setbacks. Instead, focus on the evergreen revenue flow, a proven strategy I use to achieve lasting success, which I believe can transform your efforts too. This isn't just a solution, it's your new business model. With the evergreen revenue flow, you can achieve your dreams of earning consistently without extra effort, focusing on what you love while your courses sell year-round. Remember, the evergreen revenue flow isn't about selling. It's about transforming your approach to business and life. It's about setting up systems that work for you so you can enjoy the fruits of your labor without the constant hustle. Let's dive deeper into how this can be applied to your life and watch as your YouTube channel not only survives but thrives no matter what the online world throws at your way. First, take a deep breath. That was a ton of valuable information, and you may be feeling a bit unsure of where and how to get started, and that's fine. Essentially, you have three choices and you must choose one today. Choice number one, do nothing. How do you see your life turning out a few months from now if you choose that? Picture your subscriber count increasing but your income flatlining. A year from now, still stuck in the same cycle with the same nagging feeling that you're not maximizing your potential, then there is choice 2. Take the information I just gave you and try to do it alone. And who knows, you may get lucky and one day see some progress. It will take longer, you'll make a lot of painful mistakes, and you may never arrive. But it's better than choice number 1. I'm sure you would agree. Or there is the smartest choice, the one really smart creators take to speed up their progress. This is the quickest, fastest, and smartest way to possibly turn your YouTube success into a predictable, sustainable income stream without the stress of fluctuating ad revenue and algorithm changes. Plus, there is no reason to try to do this on your own. I've already done all the work for you. There is no need to scratch your head in frustration, guessing your way to halfway there, because I've already created the ideal system for you. It's a system I've perfected and tested for years on countless YouTubers like you, tailor-made to overcome the engagement plateau effect, the one thing holding you back from sustainable income stream, all while giving you a step-by-step guide to the transformative power of the evergreen revenue flow. And it works virtually every single time. It's time you are introduced to the evergreen revenue flow. This proven and completely done for you blueprint for YouTubers can work for you even if you feel your audience is growing but not buying. Imagine you've been posting content regularly but the sales just aren't following the way you want them to follow. Your videos get views but your courses don't get bars. Evergreen revenue flow ensures that your audience doesn't just watch, they buy. You're overwhelmed by the technical side of course sales. Maybe you're great at creating content, but you hate setting up funnels and managing ad campaigns. With evergreen revenue flow, all this is handled, completely done for you, so you can stick to what you do best, creating content. Now let's face it, let's be honest. You've tried other marketing tactics with little success. If previous efforts felt like throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks, this is different. This approach is tested, refined, and tailored to bridge the gap between content and sales effortlessly. Remember, I've done this with more than 50 online courses. I've worked with YouTubers with very different niches you cannot even imagine. Now, you're worried about the time investment. Perhaps you think that setting up a system like this requires time you don't have, pulling away from your passion. Not so. This system runs in the background. I do most of the work on my end, turning your existing audience into course sales. Now maybe you doubt the continuity of course sales. If the idea of selling courses year-round sounds unrealistic, think again. My clients enjoy regular sales regardless of season, trend, or algorithm updates. Before I tell you what evergreen revenue flow is, I need to tell you what it isn't. So there is no false expectations. I think that seems fair, right? This isn't just another marketing gimmick. It isn't a magic bullet that requires no effort on your end. And it definitely isn't some generic YouTube approach you've seen or tried before. You've been misled by a lot of wrong advice and slick promises. However, I can say this is the real deal. Evergreen revenue flow is the direct result of 8 years of study, years of digging through the trenches to discover what really works and then applying it in the real world and witnessing the results for over 20 YouTubers like you. This passionate research also revealed specific patterns the ultra successful YouTubers follow. Patterns virtually hidden from the public that took years to simplify and put into a system. And now, starting today, their success can be your success. Just imagine evergreen revenue flow as your proven path to waking up to daily sales notifications. Picture starting each day seeing that your courses are selling, not just once or twice, but consistently, enough to replace anxiety with peace of mind. Scaling your income while focusing on your content. Your earnings grow because your system is optimized and working 24/7, freeing you to create the content your audience loves without the stress of sales, giving financial freedom and security, No more worrying about the next algorithm update. Your income doesn't just last, it grows, giving you the security to plan for the future. This will allow you to enjoy the creator lifestyle you always wanted. Remember why you started your YouTube channel at the first place. Reclaim that passion, now powered by a revenue stream that works as hard as you do. And so much more. Ready to see how evergreen revenue flow can make this your reality? Let's turn your YouTube channel into the income generating powerhouse you deserve. Before I dive into the transformative features of the evergreen revenue flow and what they will do for you, let me share something I believe you already know. There are no press a button solutions to achieving a predictable, sustainable income stream. Few things in life are that easy. We both know that. But when it comes to turning your YouTube success into a more consistent revenue without the headaches of complex marketing strategies, evergreen revenue flow is as easy as it gets. And that's the best anyone can ask for. The evergreen revenue flow is here to help you turn viewers into core sales. Now let me share exactly what you get. You get completely done for your system with evergreen revenue flow, handling every aspect from course optimization to ad management. You don't have to lift a finger. Everything is managed by our expert team, ensuring your course sells without your ongoing involvement. So instead of burning out trying to learn complex ad strategies and sales funnels, you get to enjoy more freedom to create or even take that well-deserved vacation, knowing your income doesn't stop when you do. The peace of mind that comes with this system is like having an expert team working round the clock for your success. Another thing you get, automatic set and forget mechanisms. Our system is not just done for you, it's also designed to run on autopilot. Once set up, your sales funnels operates tirelessly, guiding your audience from interest to purchase without any manual intervention on your end. So rather than spending countless hours analyzing data or tweaking ad campaigns, you can focus solely on your YouTube channel or whatever else you love. Imagine never having to worry about where your next sale will come from because your system is designed to convert efficiently and consistently. You get omnipresent advertising strategy. Your course will be seen everywhere your audience hangs out, not just on YouTube, but also on Facebook, Instagram, and Google. Our sophisticated targeting strategies ensure that your ads reach your potential customers wherever they're online. So rather than wasting money on ads that don't convert, you get to see a higher ROI with meticulously crafted campaigns that are omnipresent yet targeted, increasing your course visibility and sales significantly. And you get so much more. So as you can see, this isn't just a solution to the challenges of monetizing your YouTube audience. This is the ultimate solution. That's why you need to get started immediately. To get started, the first step would be to book a free one-on-one discovery call with me. On the call, we'll discuss how we can implement this system in your business so you can get sales consistently. This call is about discovery. There is absolutely no obligation or high pressure sales tactic. My goal is to understand your goals and envision how we can achieve your core sales together. We'll assess whether my system is the right solution for you. If I find that this is not the best fit for you, I won't waste your time. Instead, I'll provide valuable insights into your current strategy and offer actionable feedback you can use immediately to improve your core sales. Whether my system is right for you or not, you'll leave the call with a clearer direction and specific actionable steps that can help you drive your channel forward. Again, book this call because this call is not a high pressure sales pitch. On this call, you'll be talking to me personally one-on-one. I want to have a good record of successful clients. That's why I'll offer to work with you only if I believe you'll get amazing results. I usually don't work with everybody. My clients have been with me for years. My ideal client is somebody who is passionate about their content, has a following of at least 50,000 YouTube subscribers. They are ambitious and ready to scale their business. Don't wait because this is a done-for-you service. I have never had more than 4 or 5 clients at a time because this system takes tremendous effort and time on my end to set it up, but you get it completely done for you. As I said, most of my clients have been with me for a lot of time, so let's get started. Book your free discovery call today and let me help you maximize your course sales once and for all. Thank you for watching and talk to you soon.